never really get rid of your dust. You just move it around from table to floor. And so with a rainbow, you totally eliminate it. So now that's your dusting brush. And then we have your floor and wall brush. And that would be, let me grab this. Now this is really good because you just don't realize how much dust gets on your walls. So I'm going to hook this up, let you clean a couple of areas of your wall here. And let me put a test cloth in here, Darren. What you can do is run over that wall with it. Okay, let's see what we got off your wall there. Wow, see how much dust was on your wall. That's incredible. And you know, people wonder why they have to paint so often. Now, on your floors, what you have, your wood floors, your tile, I notice you got a lot of wooden tile here. What gets on those is you've got sand, grit, and dust. So now how are you currently cleaning this wood floor here? With a Swiffler. Okay, now here's the thing with a Swiffler. It does a really good job of getting dust. But the sand and grit and the heavy stuff, what's it going to do with it? It's just going to leave it on your floor, and then every time you walk across that wood floor, it's going to buff it for you. So you really want to get it off. So let me let you run across the floor with that. And of course, that gets down in the grooves and gets that dust out too, and the sand down in the grooves. Okay, let's see what we got off of that floor. Okay, you know I told you earlier that you get sand, grit, and dust. Okay, so let's separate this. So we've got the sand and grit on this side, we've got the dust on this side. So you get this with a Swiffler, you get this with a broom or dust mop. So let me ask you a question. Which side would you like to get out? You'd like to get both of them, right?
Both, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what you get off your wood floor. Let's do one more and you can work on your tile this time. So you got your sand, grit, and you got your dust. So, you know, the thing is if you were using a dust mop on these floors, you go across them, you get your heavy sand and grit, but your fine powdery dust would just rise back up, settle right back down. So you're constantly having to contend with it. In fact, what people don't realize is the average house will accumulate about 40 pounds of dust a year. So you don't really get rid of it. You just stir it up while you're getting your sand and grit. And then we have our crevice tool. And I'm going to go ahead and show the attachment caddy. There's two places you can put the attachments with the rainbow. You can clip it on here, or you can clip it on right here. This is where we prefer ours, but it's really just a matter of where a person wants it. We like our rainbow out when it's clean in the air, not really having anything on it to make it look like a vacuum. So what I'm going to do now is show you the crevice tool. I call this the dead bug tool. And this is really a nifty little attachment. So what I'm going to do here is put another test cloth on. I'll actually put this on this other end. What I want you to do, Darren, if you could just go around to the edge of the room, just to the edge of the wall there. So you can see here, Darren, where you've got just a little bit of everything will be in your crevices. You got dead bug body parts and just a little bit of everything there. That's where they go. So, you know, then we've got your inflator tool, and I'll show you that. This is pretty cool. So on your inflator tool, you've actually got this and then a little tip here. what you can do is you can blow air mattresses, you can blow computer keys out or whatever, because what you have is you have a suction side on this side, and then you have a blower side over here. So what you can do is you can put your hose on this side and, blow your computer keys out or air mattresses, whatever. So that's pretty cool. And then I love this attachment. This is a coil cleaner. This is really good. I call this the French fry grabber. You can take this tip off, put this end on, put it back on the suction side. You could get between your car seats, like how you'll skin your knuckles up trying to get your change or whatever that's falling down there. We call this the French fry grabber. Whatever gets down in there, you can get. Also clean your dryer vents out with it. Clean in behind your refrigerator. This is really awesome for getting hard to get areas and clean those. Then we have of course I've already shown you the attachment caddy. I do want to show you how you can suck your cushions down. What you can do is you can put your cushions inside a bag. If I could get that back cushion there, if you just want to. And what you can do is you can, vacuum it first to get the dust off of it. What this does for you, Darren, is this gets the stale air out of it. So you know how sometimes you'll cook bacon or you get all kinds of smells in your furniture. So what you can actually do is, people used to move their furniture outside and freshen it. You can't really do that now. People's lives are too busy. But what you can do is you can do it on the inside with the rainbow. Now, I haven't put any fragrance in here right now, any extra fragrance. But what you can do is you can gather this up now, suck this cushion down. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now you can also, you can put any kind of fragrance in it that you want to. You just break this loose right here. Put this on the blower side. And what you do is you put a good squirt of lemon, orange, mulberry, whatever you want to put in there. Go off and just leave it. Just leave it open like that. Just walk off and leave it with that fragrance blowing in it. And what's cool about it is you can also put like the pillows you sleep in. Pillows you sleep on, you can put those in there and blow some eucalyptus in there before you go to bed also. So that's pretty cool. Now I do want to show you also the quality that comes with the Rainbow. Rainbow used to have stainless ones. They now have, they used to have chrome ones. They now have stainless, so that handles any kind of water or whatever wet pickup, and you don't have to worry about them rusting or corroding. So that's pretty good. We now have an 8-foot hose, and I know the model before this, the hoses had always been 7 foot, so that helps a whole lot. And then we have a highly movable dolly with 5 wheels, so that's really cool. Now, Darren, when you and Becky go to vacuum your carpet, how often would you say you vacuum? About once a week. Okay, well, there's 52 weeks in the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 50-stroke test with you all. I'm going to give you a couple weeks off, okay? So we might miss a week here and there. And so what I'm going to do is we have a really nice sweeper that does an awesome job. In fact, Rainbow's really outdone themselves with their sweeper this time. They've got a really nice edge cleaner here that goes all the way to the edge and gets those dead bugs that get over in the corner or whatever. This has a swivel head, so it operates on a ball, so that's really nice, and it's self-docking. Now, what I'm going to do prior to starting this is I'm going to set a box up as a point of reference. If I could have you to go over this area 50 times, and I'm sorry, I'm going to get this out of the way. So what I'm going to do, Darren, is I'm going to come right back in. I'm going to put a test cloth in here, and I'm going to run over this area right in front of your feet a couple of times and do a little cleaning here, and then I'm going to hand it to you and let you do a little cleaning. Get the water dirty. So now when you want to use this, you just step on it here. That unlocks it. You have it to where you can actually use it on any kind of floor. You could use this on your hardwood, your tile, or your rug. All the way forward, you can lock these wheels off if you want it not to turn. You can put it in the middle where it's at wheel. So like your tassels right here, if they were to get hung in it, you could release it rather than to break a belt. Or if you're out in the big open area, you can just put it all the way back and lock it on. So I'm gonna clean right behind where you just went over this carpet, this rug 50 times. Do a little bit of cleaning. And let's just see what you left behind. Okay, and the sand's what you have to watch, because sand has 8 cutting edges. It's just like having a bunch of little razor blades in your carpet that cut your carpet away. So you've left a lot of sand and grit behind. Now here's the thing, a year's worth of cleaning that you just did with your vacuum. So really that proves that no matter how many times you go over with yours, it's just not doing the job. Now I need to ask you a question here, Darren. If you were mowing your yard and you'd spent about 15 or 20 minutes on the mower and you look behind you and none of the grass was being cut, how long would it take you to take care of that situation?
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast, right? Yeah. So essentially what you're doing is what Rebecca's doing is she's doing vacuum cleaner aerobics and burning electricity. Really she is.
Yeah.
It looks a lot better, it's fluffing it up, but it's just not doing what you bought it to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a couple of cloths here, and then I'm going to have you to go over I want you to see how easy this is to use. So let me hand this to you. Just do a little cleaning with it. Now, Darren, Becky, what I want to show you now is 3 layers of dirt. The stuff that's frothing up on the top that looks like an ice cream float, that's just dead skin that was laying on your carpet here. And then your sand and grit that your vacuum is leaving is right here on the bottom. That's what really destroys your carpet. Now, Darren and Becky, the Rainbow has a 4-year warranty on it, and then it has an 8-year on the motor and control module. The last thing I want to show you is just how you can pick up liquid spills with the Rainbow. At this point, I say I usually get a little thirsty. So what I'm going to do is make me a rainbow cocktail here. That looks really good. If you don't mind holding that for me, Darren, that'd be awesome. You can suck up 2 quarts of water at a time with the Rainbow. Just turn this on. And just pick it up. You can pick it up with any attachments that we have except for this sweeper head right here, because it has its own motor in it, so you can pick up water with any of those. Now, Darren and Becky, that's the highlights of the Rainbow. Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, how much is it?
Okay, the Rainbow with the standard attachments, everything you all have seen so far is $26.88. Now, I can save you some money. I can actually save you $400 if you can do 3 things for me. If you could trade your Hoover in, give me 10 referrals, and just a yes or no answer today. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm not saying that you're doing business with me today, but if you were to, would you probably trade your Hoover in?
Definitely, yes.
You wouldn't need it, would you?
No.
And for any kind of emotional attachment or anything like that? Okay, that's awesome. Okay, well, that would bring your price to $22.88 in tax today. Now, we have several different ways that people pay for it. We definitely take cash, check, debit or credit card, and then we have a plan where you can pay a little down and a little each month. Out of those different ways, if you were to do business with me today, how would you probably go about it?
Finance.
Okay, all right. Now, we have Plan A where you can pay roughly $200 down, $214.18 a month. That's on a 12-month plan. And then we have Plan B where you can pay roughly $111 down and $123.50 on a monthly commitment. Out of those 2 ways, if you were doing business with me today, how would you probably go about it?
I think Plan B would fit us.
Okay. Now, Darren and Becky, what we do when a person decides to go ahead and put a Rainbow in their home, we do just a little bit of paperwork, and this is the machine I leave with you today. Y'all talk about that just for a minute. I need to log out and let Keith know I'm through. If he has to speak to you, be sure and tell him I did a good job, okay? Hey, Keith. Hey, I'm sitting here with Darren and Becky Davis. They just got through looking at a presentation of a rainbow. They really love it, and I was just going to give you a call. Well, they really like the way that it cleans the air. They love the fragrances, yeah, all that good stuff. They do. They have a son that has allergy shots. Yeah, they've already got me 8. I don't think we'll have a problem getting 2 more. Well, they said that if they were to do business today, they would trade their Hoover in, and they said they would probably go about it by Plan B. Okay, and I'm going to let you talk to Darren. Here you go. Darren, this is Keith.
Yeah, we probably could.
All right. So Keith, I'm going to show him the shampoo and everything, and I'll call you right back. Thank you. Okay. All right. So now, Darren and Becky, what this is this is the shampooer that we have. This is some additional attachments that you can earn to go with the rainbow. And all you do is you put water here, you put water in solution here. This has its own self-contained pump. And this is really a cool item. $400 is what the value of it is. And what we do is we give you this just for 4 of your friends looking at a presentation in the next 14 days. So what I'm going to do is you're just going to pull that head off. You're going to click this one on, and you're ready to go. It's just that easy to switch from one to the other. What I love about this is you might not be cleaning an entire room. You might just have a spot to get up or whatever, but you can actually switch this over, clean a spot up, and have it back into the rainbow, to the cleaning system in just a matter of 5 or 10 minutes, cleaning this unit up and everything. So what you're going to do is just flip it on. I dumped your water earlier, so this is just empty. And you're going to go all the way forward here, and that's going to put it into suds mode. And all I'm going to do is just go over this 3-foot area. And if you can see the suds going up in there, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back another notch here and go over the same area, and I'm going to get the suds out of it for you. Then I'm going to go back another time, and this time I'm going to go over it and get the excess water up. So that's pretty neat. Now let me show you the dirt that I just now pulled out of your carpet. And we had gone over that several times with my rainbow and your vacuum. Okay, now Darren and Becky, this is how much I pulled out of your carpet.